the Japarican, come at you today with another discussion. I want to discuss the impact that Dragons of Legend and Primal Origins have had on the meta and which one has actually impacted the game more. At the current moment, I feel like that Dragons of Legend has actually had a bigger impact in the game than Primal Origins has, and most players were actually really hyping up Primal Origins, and they're like, oh my god, this is going to be the best set ever, it's going to break the game, artifacts are being released, this is being released, oh my god, there's this card, there's that card. But in Dragons of Legend, it was like, oh, there's Curry Bandit, there's maybe like 5 cards that people were looking forward to, and Curry Bandit, Mathematician, Black Sonic, Soul Charge, and most people were overlooking the hands when they came out, and now the hands are in almost every deck that we saw this past weekend, top at YCS Philly and any regional, like all regionals around the states, and even at like other countries' nationals and stuff like that. You saw Soul Charge, Curry Bandit, and hands. So I mean, like they were all over the place, and you didn't really see very many of these guys from Primal Origins. I mean, Durando's a great card. But he's just not as splashable as something like Curry Bandit or Wiretap or just, things like that. And I feel like Dragons of Legend has had a bigger impact in shaping the meta and the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! More so than Primal Origins has. Primal Origins has cards like Angeli and Sylvan Charity, but they didn't really change the game all that much. I mean, yeah, Madolche's won YCS Philly, but in the end, that doesn't really. It didn't. Everybody kind of predicted that, but so even though that happened because of Angeli, I guess you can say that, he was playing cards from Dragons of Legend too. So I mean, he was playing one. I haven't looked at the deck list because it's Madolche. I don't give a crap about Madolche, honestly. But he was playing Angeli's, obviously, but he was also playing cards from Dragons of Legend, whether it be Wiretap or Soul Charge. I'm pretty sure those were in there. I'm quite sure, even though I haven't looked at the deck list. But I mean, I feel like Dragons of Legend has broken the game more so than Primal Origins has in the few weeks that it's been out, whether it be since sneak peek, since that's when the cards have been released. But I feel like Dragons of Legend has been overall a better set than Primal Origins has, even though Primal Origins was hyped to the max with Evo Singularity and all the artifacts and Scrap Factory and the Diamond Core Quackimero and Jelly and Sylvan Charity and Noble Knight, all the Noble Knight cards. There was just so much hype put into the set. I just feel like it hasn't lived up to the hype that people put into it. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. It still is a good set. I mean, there's a lot of good cards. There's a lot of good commons and rares that, younger players and players who don't have a lot of money to put into the game, they can get and really improve their deck. Cards like Ragna Zero and Scrap Factory, and most of the artifacts are common. So unless you want to shell out like $30-$40 for Ignitions and Sanctums, yeah, you can maybe splash a couple copies into your deck. It makes your deck a little bit better. So I mean, there's things like that. So I mean, to me, Primal Origins made the game cheaper, whereas Dragons of Legend made the game faster. So that's my opinions. If you'd like to send me, yeah, you know what I mean. If you like to give me your opinion, leave it in the comment section below. Hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And this is going to be the Japarican signing out.